All right, I think we are live. Hi everybody. Afternoon, evening, morning, depending on what time of the day it is. Welcome to the Async API community working group meeting. Um, I'm your host, Chili. And not your host, actually. I'm your timekeeper. I'm the timekeeper and making sure that we keep it to time on the agenda. So I'm not writing it alone. I have a few folks today with me live. I think you've seen Shreya's face for the past few weeks. Hi, Shreya. How are you doing?
Hi, Thulie. I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing well, thanks. And we have Akshay. Hi, Akshay. Would you like
Yeah,
to introduce yourself?
yeah, I would like to introduce myself. Myself actually. So I'm basically a third year computer science engineering student studying in India. So I'm very much passionate about the open source kind of stuff, and I've been contributing to the open source for the past 3 years. And if you want to know about my the past open source contribution and the community involvement, I would like to say about the Girl Script Summer of Code, which is an open source contribution in India. So I've been contributing to multiple open source repositories and fixing bugs kind of stuff. And recently I have participated in a FOSS Act, which is also based on the Indian open source stuff. And I'm being a member of that FOSS Act too. So this is about me. Yeah, it's good to meet you all. I've been waiting eagerly to contribute to the AsyncAPI and just want to get the stuff what need to be done from the community as well as. Yeah, this is about me, and I'm very much happy to work. Yeah, thank you for this opportunity.
All right. Thank you so much, Akshay, for introducing yourself. I also see Jay Shre is also here. Hi, Jay Shre. Would you like to introduce yourself? Okay. I think network issues. I also saw a face that I haven't seen from quite some time. Hi, Lucas. I don't know if you're there or
Me?
yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time. I mean, in the community meetings, I haven't seen you.
I'm back.
Hi. Hi, you're back. It's good to have you back. All right, cool. And hi, is it Pushka? How are you doing? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, Thulie. Myself, Pushkar Jain, currently pursuing Bachelor of Engineering from Chicago University. I have interest in UI UX and love to make cool websites. Like, by the way, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Yeah. So that is everybody that I have on the call. I'm sure more will join in later. So the purpose of this meeting is to discuss some of the community agendas and also some of the initiatives that are being driven by our community builders. So each and every 2 weeks, we have a particular agenda on items that we particularly discuss. So this is strictly like more community oriented and also to share some of the work that the community builders are currently doing. So with that being said, let me quickly share the agenda. Where is the share button now? All right. So share screen. Okay. It, can y'all see my screen or do I need to zoom in a bit? All right, so today we only have a few items, not a few, but yeah, we have quite a few items. So first things first, we're going to discuss the conference. and the progress that we're working on from the conference side of things. And also we have a few community updates as well. So basically, not much. Hopefully it's gonna be a quick meeting today. So I think I should get started. So the first item is the Singapore agenda. So it's out, and some social media posts have gone out from the AsyncAPI official account. So please reshare, post, comment, and basically reshare, and also help us make visibility. We have a fantastic lineup of speakers as well. So if you're in and around Singapore as well, or you would like to come to Singapore, make sure that you attend the track. It's full of wonderful talks as well. It's going to be half day, so but most of the updates are on the booth. The tickets will also announce as the dates approach as well. So do keep an eye out on our socials as well on those announcements. All right. So the second announcement that we have is that we have opened up call for speakers. So we have Munich. You can now start submitting your CFPs. Bengaluru also CFP is now open. Lagos CFP is now open. Paris and London CFP is now open. So you can quickly go to conference.asyncapi.com and make sure that you submit your proposals before the deadline. So the only venue that we don't have the CFP open is only the online conference, but most of the in-person events, the CFP is open. I'll also drop a community-wide announcement as well on this, including the deadlines as well, so that everybody is informed, because I know some people might miss this announcement. So make sure that you submit in time as well. So other than that, even if a disclaimer that if you don't get selected, your talk doesn't get selected on the in-person events, we still have the online conference coming in October. So you have a guaranteed spot. If your talk doesn't get accepted by our review committee. So just make sure that there's still an option to submit on the online conference. So please don't be discouraged. The online conference is actually very great for the community and bigger as well. So in as much you won't be presenting in person, you still have this other option as well. So please, I just want to emphasize on that as well, that we still have the option of the online conference if your talk doesn't get accepted in the in-person events. All right, so we don't have any website maintainers here, but I have this proposal that with the multiple events that we have now, will it be okay, like to have a banner that we have at the conference at the website? Let me quickly open that rotates like each venue that is open for CFP. I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, like we currently have this Munich edition, so definitely is to add like maybe 4 more banners that look like this, but they actually rotate in an interval depending on what's open. I don't know. This is open for discussion. I don't know. Does anybody have any opinions on this?
So it worked like this before.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have this, you see this dot, like, yeah, exactly. So in the past, we could have multiple entrants, and it was basically like this functionality is called carousel, right? So it was like basing on some calculations, I don't know, every second different banner was visible. So it was, so I don't think it's a question like if we should do it because it was there. It's just that we didn't have an opportunity to use it. So maybe it's just the functionality is removed or commented out. So it's all about bringing it back.
Okay. All right, I will just follow it up because I know when we updated the website, because the last time we used this, we only had 2 events. That one was 2 open CFPs, but now since we have like 4 events, so we need something that is updated. But yeah, I'll open an issue and also discuss with the website maintainers, then see what we can do.
Yeah,
All right.
especially that I now just had a look on the banners, the website code, and yeah, it's it's by design the banners data. It's an array, so it's an array of different conference information. So so that's how it was like initially designed, to have multiple entries. So we carousel it.
Okay. All right. All right. Will do. Will do. All right. Another important discussion in regards to the AsyncAPI conference is I've started the work on, not the work as such, but like the rules for
But
hosting.
by the way, sorry, just to conclude, like might be that it's actually working already like this. So before you raise a discussion, so basically the same way you were adding Munich, just try to open a pull request where you add, so Munich stays and you add,
Okay.
I don't know, no, what's next? Lagos. And you add
Lagos,
Lagos, Lagos, and then in the pull request preview, you'll see if it shows up. Might be
Okay.
that it's actually going to show up. Maybe it's, I didn't have a look on the code, but now when I'm thinking, I don't remember us removing it. So might be that it's actually still there. It's
It's still there.
just add another entry and see.
All right. Okay, I will open a pull request. If I get stuck, I'll just ping Akshat and Ansh and just ask for help to see if it works. But yes, definitely we do need this carousel for different events because they're important that people don't miss out on the CFPs as well. So yeah, I will do follow up on it. All right, so we now have like the guidelines and the rules for the AsyncAPI meetups. So this is a discussion that aside from me running the conference, we need to have another section whereby we have this meetup section, something that is small that people can meet and speak about AsyncAPI. So this was the idea that we have. Instead of we have the main events, then we also need to have the meetup section whereby it's something that is smaller. It's not gonna be as big as the main conferences, but still people can still meet up, have their CFP and also speak about AsyncAPI. So I've written down some guidelines in regards to that. So the first one is definitely that whoever wants to do a meetup, they need to be every part of the conference coordination working group, so that they can be eligible to host the meetup, so that at least we as the working group and the person running the meetup are aligned. And also the most important thing is that the person running the meetup, whether it's a company maybe or somebody who's in charge of managing and planning the meetup, they need to know that they will host, they will run the CFP, and they are responsible for everything from coordinating speakers, CFP, and actually hosting also the meetup. So I did come up with some guidelines, and I will also share the link in the chat as well so that everybody can get a chance to have a look at it. So the first guideline is definitely to abide with the code of conduct, with the AsyncAPI code of conduct. And the second one is that before planning a meetup, you need to notify us like 3 months in advance that, okay, we are planning a meetup maybe in Spain. I don't know why Spain is the first venue in my head. So they need to give us like 3 months prior the intended date, so that at least we can also coordinate on the website from the conference website side. marketing also needs to make some announcements, and maybe also designers as well will need to like make some banners also to promote the meetup as well. So that is part of the required guidelines to start a meetup. Then for companies that would like to sponsor us, like maybe they would like to sponsor the venue by providing their offices. So definitely they need to know that they are the ones in charge of maintaining whatever equipment and the logistics as well. So we as AsyncAPI, we are not responsible for that. So, and another thing is that strictly no sales and marketing talks that will be allowed during the meetup. So that is part of the required guidelines. Then simple steps like to organize meetups definitely is to open a discussion on the conference website. You can also take the conference coordination working group members for awareness. Then definitely if you share the discussion on Slack for visibility and also ask for feedback from the community members in the working group. Then also definitely is to coordinate with the working group in planning and how they would facilitate CFP and speaker arrangements. So yeah, basically that is the whole guideline that I came up with. I don't know if there are any additions or subtractions in regards to that. Any thoughts?
So actually a few days ago, Pavel wrote to me that he's thinking about organizing something in Armenia. And I told him that we plan it, but I didn't know we were so advanced. So yeah, thanks for sharing. I just sent him a link.
All right. You see, I'm very clever, right? I know that there will be some circumstances like this. So yeah, definitely these are the guidelines. So if I didn't see anybody who has any objections on this, except that everybody has been agreeing. So I guess we are on the right track as well. But yeah, I still encourage everybody to just have a look at it and still share some feedback. I might have missed something as well. So please make sure that you do. Actually, I forgot to put this on the blog. I should. All right. I don't know. Shreya opened an issue on how we should implement the design on the conference website. I don't know. Is she here, Shreya?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Do you mind us if you walk us through like your thought process? And do you have any link that I need to share as well?
Yes, so if you will go down, or should I share it in the chat itself?
Okay.
Yeah, this one.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think my network is so slow. Okay, I think I got it. Is this one, right?
Yes. I just scroll to the top.
Okay.
Okay. So shall I start?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So hello
Oh,
everyone.
I'll also share this link. Please go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. So hi everyone. I'll walk you through the thought process behind the design of Async API meetup page. So my goal with this design is to retain all the information that Thulie like shared with us. I mean, the issue she shared with us, while giving it like a more visually appealing, I would say, UI to the website. So starting with the homepage, the focus was on inviting and being informative while keeping it keeping the original design structure that the website is following. So here for the header and navigation, basically for the navigation bar, I believe we should be adding meetup, uh, I would say like one meetup section also, I mean, from where we could access this page. And other than that, I try to retain the familiar structure for easy navigation while introducing a past meetup. I mean, that should be, in the bar you can't see it, but I'll update it. And in the hero section, should be like immediately establishing, what AsyncAPI meetups are about. And obviously, two CTA buttons, would do a great job to ensure that the users can take action right away. In the why host a meetup section, these two designs I could, think of at that time. So we can choose whatever. You like, or we can just update it. Actually, I am open to reviews about this or any other suggestions which you have. That would be great. Coming down to the upcoming meetup section, I designed this section. This section could be either in a form of a transparent card or in a white. Whatever you guys think. I want to take reviews on that as well. So I designed this section to be easily scannable with the card layout to highlight the key details like date, time, format. Virtual or in person or whatever. All the information in just cards. Here, though there is a view all meetup section is there, but if you want to just like scroll, make a carousel sort of thing or scroll something, that could also be implemented. So I also would like to know your thoughts on that. In the guidelines and requirements section, I think to like they should be placed side by side so that users understand expectations before submitting the proposals. And these guidelines are taken from where Thulie has mentioned earlier, right? In the steps to organized meetup, now I think that this should be like highlighted in a better way. So if you have any thoughts over that, I'll be taking suggestions for that as well. But here we'll just be presenting all the steps to organize the meetup. We do have a past meetup section already existing in the website, but I was just designing, so I just put it here. But if you, also, I would like to take review whether we should be putting it here or we should be like making it a smaller section so that we can be redirected to the past meetups page already, where I think we have them in a card-based format. So, here also you can share your thoughts. And in the end, this section can be transparent. This form can be transparent, or either we could provide a link if you don't want a form to be on the page. Yeah, that's it. And that's it for now. So whatever suggestions or reviews you have about it, just let me know so that I can tweak it a bit.
All right, you seem you have done a great job. Thank you so much, Shreya. I think my suggestion would definitely here. Where it says propose a meetup, it should redirect to the GitHub to the conference website discussion. I think we need also to create like some issue formats whereby it's specifically for proposing a meetup discussion.
Okay.
Then I think the rest I will just write on the issue what I think. But for now, I don't know, does anybody have any thoughts or suggestions in the meantime?
Hey, hi. So even I have shared the design in the GitHub as well. If you can open that link so that it would be helpful for us to compare both the design.
Okay, where is the link, Jayshree? Oh, okay,
In
got
chat.
it.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. All right. Are we here?
Yeah, just two minor suggestions that I've provided was how the navbar looks when we are completing it with the existing issues and the meetup part. If we are taking the meetup part on the navbar section, then it will be having a drop down like this, so that it will avoid the in the Shriya's, or I'm sorry, what pronunciation, Shriya's Figma link, where her past meetup is shown in the 2020 sections, where she has given 3 cards for that. It will avoid that. We will avoid that part, so that it will be good for the UI and for redirection part. And also for the Y host meetup, she has proposed 2 design, where she has given it for the in the paragraph, sub paragraph type, and in the second one she has put the image, and the in the right side she has given the details about the conference, sorry, meetup. That so we can design in such a way that it collaborate, design, build and grow, so that it will, we can just swipe them, or we can just go to the design, build and grow part, so that it will be like interactive as well as fun to user to see why we are hosting those. Like that we can design. And for the upcoming meetup, she has designed the cards like view details and all. So for those, I was supposing that for my upcoming meetups, like we will be having like many meetups and all, like view details, then it will again redirected to it. So like in place of that, if we can just put one card where the latest meetup will be there with the details in the short, without many redirections and many cards to build with so that it will be better for us to look into the details, and even the meetups, anyone who is coming and looking for. Yeah, that's all. Not much
All
like
right.
other part Mayali will see.
Mhm. All right. I mean, the designs are cool. I feel so proud right now. But yeah, I don't know. Does anybody have any suggestions?
Yeah, I do
In
have a suggestion.
summary,
Yeah. The both the
yes.
Figma files just mention the same things, like we need to go the upcoming meetings. Yeah, it's very cool. So I actually want to add an extra component or something like that. In Stria's Figma file, there was a point mentioning that the past meetups or something like that. So instead of navigating to the extra new tab like the last year, we just have a gallery section where we could just make some kind of the photos or image carousel slider, and just user wants to know just these are the past conference meetings have been done. So that's what I want to suggest. Other than this, but other than that, everything looks cool. We would like to implement in the coming days and just give it on review part.
All right. I mean, I think I have a thought when it comes to past meetups. We already have this section where it says past editions
Yes.
that redirects to all conferences. So instead of having like a separate one, we can actually also have on the past editions, we can have on the top for conference, on the bottom we can have for meetups, so that we don't have a lot of things that are happening on the website. But yeah, I'll share the link to the issue that Shreya has proposed. Please share your thoughts. I'll also share mine as well. And please take time to also view and participate. The whole meetup, the whole Async API is for us as a community, so we need community-wide involvement. But so far, thank you so much, Shreya. Thank you so much, Jay Shre, for your thoughts and the work so far. I don't know. Does anybody else have any thoughts on this in short? But actually, I've already shared the discussion where this is currently going on.
Yeah, from my side only, like I already wrote about designs one word in the chat. Wow. And that's all I'm capable to do with my design skills. But yeah, amazing work. And I just wanted to like share that I share your opinion, Thulie, about the forum to for people to provide the information about the upcoming meetup instead
Meetup.
of like basically doing it on the website. The best to do it through Git, right? So normal Git flow. We can keep all these details in YAML file like we do with ambassadors, like we do with maintainers and all the different things. So, and if we do YAML and we do pull request, then yeah, it's the cool stuff about pull request is that it has to be approved. So it goes through a flow. Like for example, if somebody wants to have a, like, let's take an example of Pavel who thinks about event in Armenia, then he opens a pull request, like, so the website explains how to do all the things, then he's redirected to Git. He creates a pull request with all the details about the event in Armenia. And then there's like, until it's merged, it's not gonna happen, right? So we have time for review. Thulie can check like if everything is okay, if anything is missing, maybe there's overlap. So the person that plans the meetup, they need to know upfront, like don't put it in this date because there's already some overlap. We won't manage with marketing or whatever. So that's the only thing, like to not have the form in the website, and that's it. The rest is awesome.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Lucas. All right. That concludes the agenda that I have for the AsyncAPI conference. I don't know, does anybody have any questions in regards to conference coordination? All right. I don't see any questions. All right. So we are moving on to the AsyncAPI community updates. So the first thing is that the AsyncAPI bounty program Q2 is underway, and one thing is to note that this is not a mentorship program, so it's strictly for maintainers and people who are from mid to senior contributors. So, but I think majority of the issues are now assigned, and it's great to see that this quarter is all the budget that we had for this quarter is filled, and we had enough issues, over 17 issues. That was submitted in Q2. So it's exciting to see that now maintainers are getting paid and actually using the bounty program because it's there for them. So that is one update that I have on the community side of things when it comes to the bounty program. Then the second part is that after I'm sure after the GSOC announcements and the overflowing on GitHub and Slack. I just wanted to remind everybody that we do have a code of conduct committee that is in place to ensure that AsyncAPI community is safe and that everybody is treated with respect. So if you are facing any bullying, whether on GitHub or on Slack, or you feel like there is some bullying that is happening, please, I just want to solicit that you can take the COC committee, or else you can just DM me and just let me know. Then I can just let the code of conduct committee know what is happening. Because we just want to keep the community safe and to make sure that everybody feels safe and contributes safe. So please consider the Code of Conduct Committee as the community police. So when you feel not safe, you definitely go straight to the police. So it's the same with us here at AsyncAPI. We have the Code of Conduct Committee in place so that if there's any uncomfortable incidents that is happening or some bullying or somebody is mistreating another person, please feel free. I just want to encourage everybody to please report this. I don't want to hear people dropping out of the community saying that, okay, I'm no longer contributing because of situations like this. So please reach out. If you are not comfortable with the committee, I'm here. Just let me know, or Lucas, or anybody that you think you feel free with, just let them know so that they can let us know. It can be anonymous as well. So that is one thing that I want to emphasize on, especially over the past few weeks and the coming weeks, that we actually have a committee in place to make sure that everyone is safe. All right. I think a couple of weeks ago, I received a DM, someone asking like, what are the community goals and what are we working on at AsyncAPI? Where do we see ourselves? So I've decided to just I saw that we don't have much items on the agenda, so I decided to just highlight the community goals that we have in the community, and also to just highlight what the community manager is currently working on. As you know, we are transparent. Everything that we do is in public, so everybody has the right to ask, like, Thulie, what is going on? So I'd like to share some of the stuff that that we had. We have these community goals defined each and every year, mostly led by me, and also the community builders help me sometimes define the community goals. So I'm gonna quickly share the link so that everybody can see. All right, so the first thing that we had was to actually create onboarding docs and video content so that we were lacking on that side, whereby people join the community and they don't have any onboarding materials. So currently now, under the mentorship program for 2024, that is currently ongoing, some of our mentees are currently working on the onboarding docs. So some of them have been merged. I think if you check the docs channel as well, I've shared some of the documents that we have put in place. And also I did resume the style guide docs as well. I'm also waiting for the GSOC fever to die down, then also like start to open up some of the issues that need contributors. But we are halfway there. Half of the style guide documentation is done. Then half of it has been merged, and it's also on the website as well under the community content packet. So feel free to go through it, and if you feel like there are some improvements that we also need, just shoot me a DM as well. So on the onboarding a video content as well, we had two issues that were put under the bounty program, and one of them was recorded by Ace and is complete. So we are hoping to see in the coming weeks the coordination between marketing. Also, once the videos are out, we will share with them with the community as well. So that is one part of the goals that we are actively working on, that we have enough onboarding material so that whoever comes in the communities has enough information to get started to contributing. And another currently ongoing process is the implementation for maintainership. As you know, we started an experiment last year, like to move from mentorship to maintainership. So when we say what is maintainership, is one goal that we want to address is to increase maintainers, and part of it is like to equip contributors with the correct, like guide them, like training them on what it takes to be a maintainer, and actually showing them what really goes on in being a maintainer, not just to come and contribute. So we started last year with GSOC. we moved on to the mentorship, and we also have some projects this is GSOC that are also focusing on maintainership. So also part of it is to also change and rebrand officially our mentorship program to actually maintainership. And one part of it is that we are laying the foundation and groundwork by getting some docs in place for that. That explains maintainership, the guides for mentors, what they need for mentees, also detailing structured documents to explain how the whole program will work. So part of it is going to be written by our program lead Ace as well during this quarter. So hopefully once we lay the foundation and get the documents made, we'll also share with the community. And yeah, that is some of the ongoing processes that I'm leading and that I'm doing. I mean, there's a lot that is going on behind the scenes, and more is to come later on in the year as well. I don't know, does anybody have any questions for me, for the community, something that you don't understand? Yeah, the floor is now open for everybody to ask questions.
Hi, actually, I have a question. Yeah, so about the bounty program, like Ace is doing for the TypeScript for conference website, migration one. So that will be done before the GSOC period starts for the code. So we have to be using the TypeScript code base for the GSOC timeline or the React one.
Okay, in regards to that, I'm not sure. Ace is the perfect person to ask because I know he wants to migrate the conference website. But to be sure on the timeline, he'll be the best person to really answer. I'm not sure when that will happen, if it's going to be after the GSOC proposal close or not. But definitely Ace is the best person to ask if the project will be focused on JavaScript or TypeScript. But I think it's gonna be TypeScript. But like I said, I don't have the correct answer to this, so just make sure that you ask Ace.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
I can add that I'm pretty sure that React stays. It's just that he's switching from JS to TypeScript. And because he does it, he's doing it under bounty, then so he has deadline that he has to meet. So he will for sure, like because of I mean, not for sure. Of course, sometimes deadlines are flexible and have to be stretched. But if we follow deadlines 1-to-1, then he will complete it before GSOC because he has like 2-3 weeks, 2-3 months to finish it. So yeah.
Even for the conference website like Figma, I've seen there are components that are like few components are there, many components are remaining. Like we have a confirm, like we have a new conference website 2025 designed somewhere or not, where we can like so like okay, may I complete? Yeah. So like we are for meetup section also that we are planning, that will also be the part of the conference as well, right? So the design should be complete, that only we can be able to complete our proposal as well, and the GSOC line deadlines as well.
Okay, so for the conference website designs, what you see on the conference website is actually there to stay throughout the year. We are not updating anything except like to add the meetup section. So that design is for 2024/2025. So we're not implementing anything new except like the only thing that we changed this year was to add the new logo because we used to have a code, now it's just AsyncAPI conference, and also like the new sections that we're adding and just improving what we currently have. But we are not planning to have a new revamp, no, unless for next year, of which if we need to implement it, it needs to start now. But so far, no. We are not updating any of the conference website design.
So we will be using we can reuse the components that are already present in the Figma file of Async website, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
the best clarify with Ace anyway. So like we have this
Mm-hmm.
working group, conference working group channel in Slack, tag Ace there to clarify. Because now when I have a look on the
Mm-hmm.
bounty issue, it's not just TypeScript. It's also mentions something about Meetup. So yeah, better really clarify with him.
Yes.
Oh, you mean the frequently asked questions? Yeah, I think Ace is the best person. The meetup section is something that is new that we are implementing separately apart from GSOC. But yes, just tag Ace, just join the conference. It's working group dash conference coordination on Slack. Um, and ask your questions, and tag him. He'll be sure to respond with the correct information.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. Pushka.
Hi, Thulie. I have an idea related to Async API website. Like, can I go with? Like, can you open the Async API website?
Oh no. AsyncAPI website, you have to speak to the maintainers who are maintaining the AsyncAPI website. So you can either open an issue or take them on the website channel.
Okay, sure.
All right. Lucas.
Yes.
I'm sure you unmuted your mic. You wanted to say something.
No.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh yeah, I just got a comment from Anton that just thought our ultimate goal is to be the coolest and user-friendly community on GitHub. 100%. All right. If there are if there are not any more questions, I think we can wrap up today's call. So the AsyncAPI community updates newsletter is coming on the 3rd of April. So please make sure you subscribe. Subscribe. And yeah, I would like to see more subscribers on the newsletter so that I get motivated to write it as well. We have a comment from Ace on YouTube. It says that is there in the description. Okay. I think Jeshra, you just need to just confirm. You can write your question on the working group channel and he will really properly respond. Yeah. All right, just to summarize the meeting today, Singapore, we are going to Singapore next month, and agenda is out, speakers are out, and we'll share more updates on tickets and how we will go with the organization as well. And the second thing is most venues, CFP is open. Munich, Bengaluru, Lagos, London, and Paris. So start preparing those proposals. Of course, after the call, I'll also drop an announcement on the Invest channel, detailing also the deadlines as well. So make sure that you submit your proposals, especially Bengaluru. You have limited time as well. Munich, Lagos. So I would love. I'm excited to see some of the committee members speaking. And just to emphasize, if your talk doesn't get accepted in the in-person events, we still have the online conference coming up in October. So if you don't make it, please don't get discouraged. We still have the online conference, and that one is a guaranteed spot for you. So just know, just keep that in mind if your talk doesn't get selected. And also we will be having the new meetup section. I'll also add this on our newsletter and our blog as well, so that if there's any discussions or any guidelines that I might have missed, please drop them on the discussion as well. And Shreya is currently working on the implementation page, and you have seen some of the current designs. And please make sure you share your feedback. I'm sure some of the feedback you also implement. But yes, please make sure that you also engage in the discussion. Apart from that, we have Q2, the boundary program Q2 is underway. And also remember to report if you feel unsafe or have any safety concerns in the community, please reach out to the Code of Conduct Committee. And please know that we treat everybody equally, so we don't tolerate bullying or anything of that sort. So please make sure you report. And yeah, currently on the community goals, we are pushing. Some of is currently ongoing. For instance, the onboarding docs and the maintainership as well. So with that being said, that summarizes today's meeting. I see Lucas is waiting for me to just say it's a wrap already. But anyways, the next meeting will be on the 8th of April, same time, 3 p.m. UTC. Please share your agenda if there are items you would like us to discuss. No agenda, no discussion. That is my rule. So please make sure you start sharing those items on the agenda as well. With that being said, thank you so much for everybody for joining. So we are 8 minutes earlier to close the meeting. So I'm gonna let everybody go. I don't know, unless if there are any follow-up questions, you can just catch me on Slack. But apart from that, thank you so much to everybody who joined me live and to everybody who's watching on YouTube and who will watch later on. Thank you so much and bye everybody.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was a very nice explanation. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.